Hello, everyone. I'm Sean.
This is who?
And we are the Courageour Frights, back once again for another movie review.
Yes.
This time we're covering The End of Oak Street.
Yes.
We finally made it to a non-Jurassic Park, Jurassic World dinosaur film.
That's also Steven Spielberg-esque.
It's Spielberg-esque, yeah. Which I think works out really well for this film. Mm-hmm. So I think... without getting into too many spoilers, it's a very simple film for the most part. It's basically the premise. If you've seen the trailers, you kind of know the idea.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, it's like an astronomic anomaly or something like that. They didn't really go into details about how this happens.
Yeah,
but
I think the only thing they talk about is like there's like a weird pulsing or something in space.
Yeah, in a way, it's similar to how Night of the Living Dead explains the ghouls or whatever, where it's like every once in a while you get like a mention on a news broadcast or something about some anomaly in space.
Yeah.
And they, like a 2-mile radius in this town in Michigan, basically just gets lifted up and moved to a period of time in the past.
Yes.
And then a section of that time moves to them. So they basically swap places. Mm-hmm. And you find out later on in the movie, if you've seen the marketing, you've seen any of the posters or anything, they get sent back to the Mesozoic era, so the age of dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. It's very vague when this takes place, and this is one of my pet peeves with the film, but we'll get into that's a nitpick later on. So that's basically the premise. They realize that they've moved. This is a family of 4. And you have the mom played by Anne Hathaway, and then the dad's Ewan McGregor, and then they have a daughter and a son and a dog.
Played by actor and actress. I don't know.
Actor and actress.
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who their names are.
Maybe Stella is the daughter.
Yeah.
Who's also a Canadian singer.
Okay.
And Christian Covery is an American and Canadian teen actor. He's both.
Okay.
They're Canadians.
They're all Canadians. So that's the main cast. That's pretty much the only cast that really matters. There's a couple other characters that show up. There's this subplot about a girl like down the street that the son has a crush on, who ends up being part of the group later. They got a jackass neighbor.
Yeah.
And
then they have a weird scene where they have 80s bully.
Yeah.
The one, like the son breaks accidentally, I don't know if accidentally or just breaks the one kid's, like the one bully's brother's arm.
Yeah.
So later on, while the dinosaurs are around, he purposely finds the kid and starts beating him up 80s style, like bully 80s style. It doesn't make any sense.
Right,
and that's it. Like that's like literally the scene, and that's done.
And then he's gone, and then never seen again.
Yeah, never see. He runs away. He says sorry, and then runs away after the kid's like.
Yeah, because this is set in the 1980s, so they have to do 1980s tropes, which is basically you've got to have the bullies. You have to have the high school bullies that beat up middle school kids, because apparently that's what high schoolers did in the 80s. Yes. There was no entertainment.
Kids.
There was no form of entertainment available for children in the 80s. So they didn't have video games back then.
No.
You certainly didn't have books. There were no movies.
No.
Or TV to watch.
Nothing.
There was nothing. There was no media all in the 80s. There was no music to listen to.
Yes.
Only thing you could do with your spare time was to beat up children.
Yeah, beat up kids smaller and
weaker than you.
Yeah, weaker than you.
So we have that trip going for all eternity, and so that continues here.
Yeah.
And then like that's basically. And there's a subplot where the dad and the mom don't get along, and they're clearly on a path to divorce.
Yeah.
But that all changes when suddenly this anomaly happens, and they end up in presumably the Jurassic period.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that happens is the neighbor has a weird plant growing in her yard.
Yeah.
And the librarian notices that it's from the Jurassic period. Which is a weird controversy as well, because people are saying it's stupid that the librarian knows that. And it's like, we don't know what the librarian knows. Like, I knew that was from the Jurassic period. So it's like, who's to say?
Yeah, and she's a librarian, so I'm assuming they read books while at the library.
Presumably the librarian read a book.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's a weird nitpick. Like, people are complaining about that. That's a little bit weird.
All the complaints are bizarre for this movie. But then, based on our audience, it kind of makes sense. Why some of these complaints don't make a lot of sense.
The theater experience for this movie was
It was terrible.
Pretty abysmal.
The movie... Okay, so I'm going to say right here, I like the movie a lot. I would say definitely go check it out, especially if you like dinosaur movies.
Yeah.
This is the best one probably since like Jurassic Park or Lost World.
Yeah, it's a very fun movie.
Yeah. So it's the dinosaur stuff's really cool. There's a lot of dinosaurs in this movie. I was surprised how many there were, considering the marketing for this film was basically like mystery box format. Mm-hmm. This is produced by J.J. Abrams. So that explains that. Because when I first saw the stuff for this, they weren't showing dinosaurs at all. Mm. Like, I didn't know what the hell this movie was.
Yeah, because there's actually one scene, it was in the trailer, like where they're kind of on the edge. It's like the Silent Hill edge of the town, and they look down. It shows like the forest, but it doesn't show like the brontosaurus like walking around.
Yeah.
That was in the trailer, but in the movie it does show like there's like a dinosaur walking around and everything else.
So as the marketing for this continued, it got more, they showed more and more stuff. Mm-hmm. Some of it I wish they didn't show, because there's one scene in particular, it's probably the standout scene in the movie. It's in all the marketing. And that's like the fight with the Allosaurus, which is like pans up and down the street. Some really cool camera angles and really cool action there. And ends on a pretty shocking moment in the film, which I don't want to spoil, but they got really heavy with the dinosaur marketing. And I guess if we're going to talk about the marketing for this film, they had the big faux pas. Yeah. Where they had a stupid podcast with AI generated dogs.
Yeah, it's like some dog park or something. It's like an AI generated like podcast with dogs.
Right. And they used the dog Starbuck from the movie, who's just a dog. Mm-hmm. Like, he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a cartoon animal in the movie. Like, it was really stupid. And, of course, that caused a big backlash, because if you're going to put AI in your marketing, then some audience members assumed it was just in the film.
Yeah,
so then they didn't watch it.
Which, that's one thing. It's like, with marketing and stuff, at least studios, I don't understand how they don't understand that people don't like AI in their movies.
Well,
I don't know if it's like a small subsection, or they just are like...
I think they think that it's smaller than it is.
Oh, yeah, probably because it's Twitter.
I'm wondering if that's going to shift, because there was a huge controversy about the AI dog in this film. And then Ice Cream Man tanked in the box office, Eli Roth's movie. That actually features generative AI in the film for only like 15 seconds, but it was enough to turn off a lot of people.
After the director said that there was no generative AI in the movie at all.
He just flat out lied.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I misspoke. But this film, as far as I know, did not use AI in the movie itself. It looks like Jurassic Park levels of CG.
Yeah, it just looks like CGI. That's what it
Which
looks
is not AI for people that think they're the same. They're not. And the biggest problem is generative AI. Like, if you're typing in a prompt and then the computer does everything for you, that's where I have the problem with AI. Now, if you have AI embedded tools in your software or whatever, that's something else. But in this case, I don't think this used generative AI. Generative AI still has a very distinctive look to it. It's pretty easy to spot.
Like, it's when you see 4 fingers or 6 fingers or clipping.
It's been getting better with that, but it's still fairly obvious.
Yeah.
So I don't think this movie has that.
Yeah, generative AI has like this weird like look. There's like a specific look that it has, and it's like, it looks almost like cartoony, but it's not, and it has like this weird shading. I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of times you can really see it sometimes.
Yeah, whereas the dinosaurs in this
these look like CGI. Like, this looks like CGI. Someone did it.
This looks like Jurassic Park dinosaurs. So the bulk of the film is centered on this family just trying to survive. So there's not a lot going on plot-wise. They're just basically trying to get by day to day. They board up the house once they realize there's dinosaurs everywhere. They board up the house. They have a scene where they're running from a pack of Coelophysis, which I got to give them props for the dinosaurs that they use in this film, because a lot of them we haven't seen in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Or they weren't prominent in Jurassic Park. Like, the mega apex predator in this is the Allosaurus. Because it's supposed to be in the Jurassic period. More on that later. But a Coelophysis is from the Triassic, but whatever. That is like the primary antagonist for most of the film. It looks like a raptor, but it's not. And it's chasing our protagonists around. They all make it inside just in time. They board up the house, and then there's a lot of like family drama and bickering going on between the family. And they're trying to talk about what's happening to them and how long is this going to take place.
They're trying to process all the information of this.
Right. And obviously, nobody knows. There's no answer. And so eventually, they have to go out and start looking for food and ammunition and like tools, weapons, something. Because they're going to run out of supplies eventually.
Yeah, because like one of the major driving force in this movie, at least with plot-wise, is I don't know. I guess we are in spoilers right now, right? Because I don't want to.
Yeah, kind more or less. Without the big spoilers, I'm gonna avoid. But
it's like they leave Starbuck outside all the time, and it runs off, and it comes back, and the kid sees them, and it's like, oh
yeah, that's why they initially get out. But they were gonna leave the house anyway because they were running out of supplies.
This is like just pushing it along to the mag, and it's kind of like the big thing.
So this is one of my problems with the movie. There are problems with the film. The stuff with the dog.
Yeah.
So the dog exists primarily just as a weird plot convenience.
Yeah.
Because so there's a problem with the neighbor. The neighbor's kind of a jerk. Mm-hmm. And he's basically threatens Anne Hathaway in her driveway that if the dog comes over into his yard and poops in his lawn again, he's going to shoot the dog. Mm-hmm. So obviously this guy's like a bit unhinged.
Yeah.
A very aggressive dude, which we see later in the movie that he's clearly unhinged.
Yeah.
So your neighbor has threatened to shoot your dog. And this family has the dog inside during the day, especially during dinner, which is weird with what happens next, because I think a lot of families, if you're gonna have the dog away from the house, it would be during dinner, just because of the fact that a lot of people don't want the dog jumping on them while they're eating or whatever.
Yeah, the dog likes, at least my parents' dog likes to beg for food all the time.
Right. So it's like, if you have an aversion to keeping your dog in the house, that would probably be a time to not have the dog in the house. But instead, this family keeps the dog outside at night. Only at night. The rest of the time, the dog's in the house. Which, to me, as somebody who grew up with dogs and the dogs were in the house all the time, except to go to the bathroom, obviously, they would be in the house. Like, I don't understand the logic there. Like, if you don't want the dog on the bed, just shut the door.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, and especially when the neighbors threaten to shoot your dog. Yeah. Why would you leave the dog outside?
So obviously, like, it's been an issue at least one point in time, a couple times.
The day before.
Yeah.
So it's like that part, I felt the dog being outside during all of this was just some stupid plot convenience to try to set up a reason for the kid to leave the house.
It was kind of strange.
Because it's like, if you're going to bring the dog in the house for part of the day, why leave it out at night when it's the most dangerous?
Yeah.
Like, that seems strange to me. But then on the way back, some guy had their dog hanging out the window of their car and almost fell in the street. So people do stupid things.
It was like 3 legs were on the window seal, and there was like 1 leg inside, and it was like, that dog's gonna jump out.
It was like a chihuahua. Yeah. It was like hanging out in the street while the guy's driving.
Yeah. It's like,
some people do dumb things with their pets.
Yeah.
But personally, I would have kept the dog in the house, especially if the family all agrees on having the dog in the house.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not a problem.
Why do you have it outside at night?
Because they're playing like fetch inside. Right. Like, it's not like it's a problem.
Like, it's stupid. And then there's weird shit starts happening. You think you'd really want to keep the dog in the house. Yeah. But anyway, so the dog escapes. He breaks free of his leash. They break right away. The dog's gone. And they don't know where the dog is. And that's actually the start of the thing, is them going out looking for the dog. And then Ewan McGregor's character runs into one of the seal-of-physis, and he like just gets back to the house sometime. So the kid sneaks out the window when he sees the dog like 2 days later, and then the dog gets chased by one of the seal-of-physis again. And so the kid sneaks out the window, then the daughter goes running out to look for him, and then so the kids have all run away, so now Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor have to leave the house because their kids are out
Yeah.
In a place full of dinosaurs.
So you have like the parental instinct of trying to find your kids.
Right. So it's all a driving factor, which never would have happened if they had the dog in the house in the first place.
Yeah, would have all these issues.
So it's like the whole plot with the dog I thought was stupid.
Yeah, it's definitely contrived.
Yeah, they definitely, like, the dog is like a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
That just exists so that the family gets out of the house.
Yeah, to like push the story forward, I guess.
Which you could easily have done without that by just saying they ran out of food.
Yeah.
They've been in the
house. They even said
for,
that too. It's like, we're going to need to get food and the supplies eventually.
Yeah, they preface that by saying, like, Anne Hathaway's character is like, we need supplies.
Yeah.
Because she's like the survivalist of the group.
Which, this goes into like almost like the video game territory. It has a very video game feel to it. Because they're like, we need a plan going. Because this almost was like one of those open world games. That you have to go house to house to like grab supplies to make like a town or whatever.
And she like materializes a gun out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just like she's in the neighbor's house. She's been writing a story, like a book. She's like an aspiring author. I think as far as I know, she's just like a stay-at-home mom or something, but she's aspiring to be an author. So, which she's kind of doing secretly. She types up her story at night. Like nobody can hear the typewriter or something. Like it's not that quiet. And Ewan's character even says that he knows about it. He's read the book. Like, he knows all this stuff. So she keeps going over to this old lady's house who used to be... Her husband was an author. And so she edited and proofread all his stuff for years. So she's going over there showing her book. And she goes over to that house and finds her dead on the floor.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, she has a gun and she's getting bullets. It's like, I presume the gun was in her house.
It must have just been somewhere.
She materialized it out of nowhere.
She must have found it or something. It was just outside.
And so she's like a really good shot, apparently. Which the movie does kind of show. They never explain it, but there is a photo of her on the wall, I noticed, where she has a medal and she's holding a rifle. So she must have been like a skeet shooting champion.
Yeah,
like that.
I think I was trying to look at the pictures, but then I got distracted by yelling in the
theater. Audience.
Yeah, yelling at the theater about how the movie was PG-13.
Yeah. We had a really annoying audience. None of them were children or teenagers, by the way.
Yeah, these were like
grown-ass
grown-ass men and women.
A middle-aged man and like an elderly woman that just would not shut up.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in this with a titanoboa, which is like a giant snake, huge like anaconda type snake, and it shows up twice in the movie. It's like in a swimming pool, and then later it shows up in the house, and the old lady behind us is like, "Ew, it's a slug!" And it's like an obvious snake.
Yeah, it's an obvious snake. It even looks like a snake, and even acts like a snake.
Gone through your entire life believing snakes are slugs. Like their knowledge of biology troubles me.
Yeah. School system has failed us.
Open the school.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was funny. Plus, like obvious dinosaurs show up, like dinosaurs that everyone should know, like Stegosaurus. And she's like, "It's the spiky one."
It's the spiky one, yeah.
I was like, okay.
It's like, have you seen Jurassic Park? I mean. At least would have known that, because I think they did talk about Stegosauruses in Jurassic Park.
I still think it's wild to me that, like, I grew up as a huge dinosaur nut, and the first movie I ever saw was Jurassic Park in a theater. I saw movies before that, but in a theater. So, like, I was obsessed with dinosaurs, and I still am to a certain degree. But it always amazes me that, like, people don't know what a Stegosaurus is.
Yeah, that's
like a Triceratops, like the most basic things. Yeah. I thought everybody knew what that was.
Yeah, because those are all from Jurassic Park. Like, I didn't really study dinosaurs, but I watched Jurassic Park and I knew what these dinosaurs were because of the movie.
Right. Well, I just assume everybody knows what a T-Rex is.
Yeah.
Or a Triceratops, a Stegosaurus. Like those are like the basic ones.
Compy or something.
I thought everybody knew the raptors. Like basically everyone knows those. But this movie, for the most part, focuses on things from the Jurassic. So, like I said, the biggest threat's the Allosaurus. Here's my one nitpick. So the plot is basically this town in Michigan went back to the Jurassic period. Because they have Jurassic plant life. They have an Allosaurus. Coelophysis is Triassic, but whatever. And they have these big sauropods, like, it's a Camarasaurus, but the thing that people think of is a Brontosaurus, like that type of thing. But then at one point in the film, a Spinosaurus shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's way too late. Like, that's Cretaceous. And it was from Egypt.
Yeah.
What the hell is it doing there? Like, how did that get there? Like, it doesn't... Like, if you're going to do... Like, Jurassic Park, fine, whatever, because they're designing any dinosaur they want.
They find the amber and they get the DNA from these mosquitoes. So
right.
They could have been, like, a different mind or something.
Yeah, so that's like a zoo.
Yeah.
Where all the animals in the zoo get loose. And now you got a lion, and you got a tiger, and you've got bears, oh my.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all loose in your zoo, running around, and you got animals from all over the world attacking your patrons or whatever.
And you have Dennis Nedry.
Right, so that so all of that makes sense to me. But when you're talking about a specific area of the world, you can't just be like, oh, we're in India now, and there's a tiger, and there's like, you know, stuff that lives in India, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, a African lion shows up.
Yeah.
It's like, that doesn't... Where the hell did that come from?
The only thing I could think of maybe, is like because it does show, like, I guess this is another major spoiler.
Well, it does, yeah.
There's like portals or something.
Yeah.
They're like, that's like the way, it's like, because it's like a wormhole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they're moving one point to another point. I'm assuming it's like attached to another point somewhere else.
Right.
And they kind of like go back and forth. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's the only thing that's possible. But my only problem with that is the only time we've ever seen that bubble, it leads back to where they started.
Yeah.
Like every single time.
Yeah.
It goes back there. It's not shifting. It's not like Doctor Strange when the doors, like, one time it's Egypt and another time it's whatever.
Like I said, it was like at least close by, because I think that one... The one, I don't know, it was like in someone's swimming pool.
Yeah, but they're all like...
It's like close by, I guess.
All of them are the night they disappeared in the town that they disappeared from.
Yeah.
Which is... So the portal seems to only go to two locations, like back and forth between these two things. So
I guess that house must have been built on a different place, because it was like a different house. It was like the
portal was in a different location, too.
Oh, okay. That might have been it.
Like, that could be what
maybe it probably just kind of didn't show where it was at or something.
Yeah. So it's like, that's kind of... If anybody's seen the British series Primeval, that this strongly reminded me of that, because that was about, like, random temporal anomalies that would open up, and then, like, a dinosaur or something would run into modern-day England.
Which is, I guess, like it's like, I guess, Carl Sagan. It's all Carl Sagan's, like, theories and stuff. So I'm sure this is, like, from that book or whatever, one of his theories. So
right, yeah. So it's like temporal anomalies or something. But so in order for a Spinosaurus to be there, or a Titanoboa, it would have to also be spatial as well as temporal.
Yeah.
So like it would have to have different time zones and different locations.
Yeah, different locations all converging on this one point.
On this one point in Michigan for some reason.
Yeah.
And because Titanoboa is even worse, because that was 50 million years ago in Colombia.
Yeah.
And then Spinosaurus was like 110 million years ago in Egypt.
Yeah.
But the bulk of your creatures that you're fighting with are Triassic or Jurassic animals, which is like way before that. So, and the Spinosaurus doesn't really do much anyway. So like it's
almost like
the main antagonist is the Allosaurus.
Yeah.
Which is a Jurassic dinosaur. Like you could have just stuck with that. So, I don't know. That's a nitpick on my part as somebody that's interested in dinosaurs. I just think it's an issue when your movie's supposed to be a real world setting.
Yeah.
It's not Jurassic Park where you can pick and choose whatever you want. Like, this is just one location going to another location.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, like, ruin the film. Like, I don't think that's a major...
No, yeah, these would all be nitpicks.
That's a nitpick on my part as somebody that's interested in dinosaurs in the first place. But... other than that, I thought it was pretty well done. The acting is all good for the most part.
Especially Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor's good. Anne Hathaway's
are really
badass. Good. Like, Anne Hathaway's great in this. Yeah. I would love to see her do more action roles. I know in the press junket for Odyssey, she's talked about how she wants to do more of this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I could see it.
It's almost like been almost like a resurgence for her acting career, because I haven't seen her for the longest time.
She went through a period where she got like all this online hate, and I don't understand why. I don't know where the hell that came from. If it was just the internet decided to hate on somebody one day, or what the deal is. It's like Tom Holland gets all kinds of hate, and he hasn't done anything. So I don't.
He made beer. Because that's the problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Non-alcoholic beer.
His greatest offense. But yeah, so I think Anne Hathaway was fantastic in this. Ewan he's pretty good. He plays the character well. He's a bit of a wimp, but his son's even worse.
It's almost like the 80s stereotypical dad, where he's like kind of disconnected from life.
He's disconnected from reality.
But he has a reason why in the movie.
He's better than Ted Wheeler.
Yeah, he's better than Ted Wheeler.
He gets out of a chair.
Yeah.
He
does things. Yeah, he does things. He walks.
Because Stranger Things, Mike's dad is, as far as we know, immobile.
Yeah.
So
his legs haven't atrophied yet.
Yeah, no, Ewan's legs haven't atrophied. So we got that. So this movie, I would recommend it. I think you should go check it out if you're into dinosaurs. Don't let the AI marketing thing really do anything for you, because that wasn't this.
Which I think this was like apparently an $80 to $92 million budget, and it made like $47 million at the box office.
Mm-hmm. Which is great.
There is a lot. I think that marketing really did hurt it.
I think the marketing damaged it. It's getting good critic reviews.
Yeah.
Audience score is mixed, but if the audience rating this film is anything like our audience, I don't know if that's anything to go by, because our audience didn't even understand their own complaints.
Yeah.
Which we were in the unique situation to understand the complaints of the audience, because they were making it loud enough for everyone.
Yeah, it was like screaming at the top of their lungs.
So like some random guy in the back was yelling because he was complaining that the family wasn't helping any of the other families. First up, they don't know anything any other family doesn't know. And second off, later, like 10 minutes later in the movie, when they discover the anomalies opening up, it's just Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor's characters. And then they're like contemplating if they should jump through the portal or not. And then she's like, no, we can't leave our kids behind. I'm not leaving you or the kids.
Yeah, because I think Ewan McGregor is like, you go, I'll stay, find the kids, and come back.
Right. And then the portal closes. And the same guy that was complaining that they weren't helping their neighbors is like, well, you should have gone. You missed your chance now. So he's pro help the neighbors, but fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids and help them neighbors and fuck them kids.
So that's a dumb complaint.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then you got the lady behind us that thought a snake was a slug.
Yeah, it was
obvious snake.
And they were like screaming it out at the top of their lungs. Like it was a pretty abysmal
audience.
That was gotta be the
miserable
worst.
Audience experience.
Normally movies, people are fine in the beginning before the movie starts.
Yeah.
Like they're doing the worm on the floor or something. But
the slug.
The slug on the floor. But after that, the movie starts, they're in their chairs.
Yeah.
Either looking at their phones.
And that's the adults.
Yeah, the adults.
We never have problems with teenagers in our audience. Like, I know a lot of people do. People complain about the back rooms or whatever and stuff. We had no problem. Like, our children in our community are respectful.
Yeah.
It's always the adults that are the problem. It's like, it's so backwards here.
It's kind of strange.
Yeah. It's always some middle-aged redneck or some old lady that won't shut up.
Like today was bull. And
then they were all cooing and awing over the baby Coelophysis, and I'm like, it's eating somebody's cat.
Yeah, it was like literally eating someone's cat. Like it was grabbed its tail and like biting it off. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, look at so cute.
It was like, that's definitely eating somebody's cat.
Like that thing's dead now. Like it's eating a dead thing.
I don't think that's that cute.
No.
But anyway, great movie. If you're looking for something dinosaur related that is not Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Because we don't have too much of those, I don't think.
No, we just have this and Primitive War.
Yeah, Primitive War, and that might
if any movie's using AI, it's the Primitive War.
That might be it, I think.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of strange, maybe because Jurassic Park has been like the de facto dinosaur movie for so long.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jurassic Park, like the history of dinosaur film, there was a ton of dinosaur movies. Like King Kong came out, Lost World came out in the 20s. King Kong came out in the 30s. Then there was a bit of nothing for a long stretch of time. There was a couple in the 40s and 50s, but they were like really low budget, not too much going on. The 60s kind of brought it back. You had like Valley Gowanji and 1 million years BC. But anyway, Ray Harryhausen pretty much made a bunch of dinosaur movies in the 60s. And then in the 70s, there was a few. They did some adaptations of like Burroughs' work and that sort of thing. The 80s has nothing. Is like completely void of dinosaurs. And then Jurassic Park came along.
Then little known director Steven Spielberg.
And then Carnosaur came out.
Carnosaur?
In 1993, Roger Corman created Carnosaur, and it changed the world. The funny thing about Carnosaur is based on a book that was written before Jurassic Park was written. So the Carnosaur book is older than Jurassic Park, but then Roger Corman rushed Carnosaur into production to cash in on the Jurassic Park movie. And there's 3 Carnosaur movies. And they're all
so there was 3 of those.
Direct-to-video, schlock.
I guess maybe I would say like the American Godzilla was too, because that's almost like a dinosaur movie, but it's like
it kind of rips off Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's like not one, but it just has like the P. Diddy soundtrack at the end. I know that. Yeah,
that's true.
Not a comment of what's going on, but it's just actually happened in the movie. It's
nice try, Diddy.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was kind of the history of dinosaurs, and then every other movie, with the minor exceptions, every once in a while you get something that's not Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You get like Journey to the Center of the Earth, or 65, which that like no one remembers.
Oh yeah, I remember that was Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember. I guess that was a couple years ago, wasn't it?
It was all right.
Yeah, it was like an all right movie.
And then there's The Primitive War.
Yeah, which I didn't see. But
I did see in the theater. It's okay. And there's a bunch of like sci-fi originals of Asylum.
Yeah, I guess
that type of crap,
the made for TV.
Yeah,
I guess was abundance of dinosaur movies, but nothing else.
But, like The Primitive War is a very low budget film. You can tell it has a lot of controversial issues.
Probably could have been a made for TV movie.
It has some very questionable casting choices, and there was AI used in like in the concept arts or something like that. But then they claim it's not in the finished film. But then there's since has been controversy with that as well, because the author has parted ways with the production team.
Yeah.
So The Primitive War 2 is not based on anything that he ever wrote. And then that team also jumped ship and did Cowboys and Dinosaurs or something like that.
Cowboys and Dinosaurs.
Which that's like based on a graphic novel, I guess.
Oh.
This Cowboys and Dinosaurs thing, it reminds me of Valley Guanji, because that's basically what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have high hopes for those. I'll probably watch them just because I like dinosaur stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this is on a different level. Like having an actual normal production about dinosaurs that isn't Jurassic Park, and it's well done.
Yeah, well done.
Is great news, but the fact it's not making any money is probably means we're never going to see.
You're probably not going to see another one. This is a pretty good movie, so
yeah.
It's kind of a shame that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it sucks that it's not making more money.
It's like what's it called? The Dungeons and Dragon movie that I like.
Yeah,
it's like it's a good movie, but it didn't make very much money, and then there wasn't never a new one made.
And I'm always that weirdo that really likes like pulp era fiction.
Yeah.
So every once in a while they'll make a Conan movie.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy it, but it'll bomb.
Yeah, Conan the Barbarian with Jason Momoa.
Bombed
really bad, but
that bombed. Like John Carter, which we just watched recently.
That was a good movie too.
I love that movie. No one watched
it. It's just really expensive movie to make.
Yeah,
like a couple billion,
and no one liked it. We got a new Conan movie coming out.
But with Arnold.
So maybe that'll do well, and then there'll be a resurgence of interest, but I doubt it. I don't have high hopes.
Because I think Arnold's been out of the industry too long.
I don't think people care about him that much.
Yeah, it's almost like he was a king of the 80s and 90s, but then once he went to governor.
Well, he also, every time you go political, you kind of tarnish your career. And people, there's a subset of people that hate any actor that talks about politics. So let alone being an actual politician, that probably is killing a lot of
this stuff.
So anyway, that's doesn't really have anything to do with this. But anything else you want to say about End of Oak Street?
No, like I said, hopefully it does better, so we can get maybe another one or maybe more movies
like this. I don't know if we need another one of these.
Yeah, because it almost ends where it's like.
I would actually. There's one thing I would like to see from this. The Anne Hathaway's character is we never say the characters' names because I think it's Denise Platt or something. Denise Platt. She's writing a novel, and at first it's just like this story about a kind of desperate housewife that wants to get out of her daily existence and run away to New York or whatever. But then over the course of the film, events happen. She changes her opinion on her husband and the family, and then she realizes she really does love and care about them. And then after all this happens, she writes a book about the experience. So I guess this is a big spoiler because obviously she survives. But she writes a book about her experience with the dinosaurs, and that's what she ends up writing. And she becomes like this best-selling novelist, not for the story she originally wanted to write, but because of the events she experienced here. I would love it if somebody actually wrote that book.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that.
Like, that would be cool.
It shows it. It's like almost like it's already made or something like that. But
because they've done that recently. There is John Carpenter's Mouth of Madness. There's a book in that movie, the book Mouth of Madness, which isn't a real book. That was written by Sutter Kane. He's like this author that goes missing. It's kind of Alan Wake-ish. And in the movie, they never really made the book. All they did was print the same page like 300 times. So that every time you open the book, it would be on the correct page.
Yeah.
So, but some recently, like last year or this year or something, somebody actually wrote the book.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
So you can actually read Sutter Kane now after all this time, because that's like a thing catchphrase they have in the movie. These creepy guys are like, "Do you read Sutter Kane?" And it's supposed to be like a Stephen King parody type thing. But somebody wrote the book, so there actually is a book about Mouth of Madness now, which I haven't gotten, but I would love to get that book. And this has an opportunity for that. So if I wanted anything, if I want a continuation, merchandise, anything for this movie, I would say write that book.
Yeah.
That would be, and possibly give us like an Anne Hathaway narrated audiobook or something.
Yeah, there you go. That would work because it would make sense.
Yeah, like I would like that. That would be my thing that I would take away from this. But I don't think we need a sequel.
Yeah.
I would like to see more like this, but I don't know if we're going to.
Yeah. It's it kind of ends as like it just kind of ends.
Yeah, we don't need continuation of this. Just more stuff with dinosaurs that isn't Jurassic Park.
And it's an original story too, so it's not like it's based on anything.
And as much as some people criticize the Amblin style or whatever, I still do enjoy that. I think there's a reason why Stranger Things was such a popular show for like 10 years. I think it resonates with people today as well as it did back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So if you can capture that Spielberg quality, like I said, this was produced by J.J. Abrams. This is actually directed by the guy who did It Follows, which was interesting. Yeah. Something Mitchell.
Yeah, David Robert Mitchell.
But this is produced by J.J. Abrams, and my personal favorite J.J. Abrams movie is Super 8, which was similar to this, where it was an original tale that was done in the style of Spielberg. And I just really like that. Like the whole adventure type format that he did in the 80s. So I wouldn't mind seeing more of that, even though everybody's kind of sick of the 80s, I think. I think it's cool. There's really no reason for this movie to even do that, though. Because I think the idea, usually the reason why you would set something in the 80s today, other than nostalgia, is the reliance on cell phones. Yeah. Because cell phones get you out of a lot of situations today. But in this case, it wouldn't have mattered because they got sent back to the Jurassic. Yeah. Or whatever period.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to use the cell phone.
There'd be no signal. So, like, it'd be dead because they don't have electricity. They don't have water. They don't have anything.
They don't have anything because it's like they're got transplanted somewhere else.
Right. Your cell signal would be dead anyway. It'd just be a brick in your hand. Like, you couldn't do anything with the cell phone anyway.
The only thing I think of maybe would help is because they have the Almanac Britannica on their like shelf. So that's like old school Wikipedia here.
Right, but you wouldn't be able to access it.
Or like it would have been like they were on their shelf, so he was able to grab it and like look at it.
Well, yeah, that would screw it the other way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of families don't have books.
Yeah, like no books anymore.
I mean, they have books, but maybe not that.
No.
So you wouldn't have access to information because your world of information is your cell phone. You wouldn't be able to access it.
Yeah.
Because there's no internet. So you'd be worse off today.
Yeah, they'd be way worse off.
Back in the 80s. Because in the 80s, you could pull open a book and then look at an incredibly inaccurate drawing.
Yeah.
And try to guess if that's the thing in
if that's street. Right or not.
Because the accuracy was way the hell off.
Yeah, because he did open a book, like the Almanac Britannica or whatever, and it goes to like the dinosaur page, and it's like it looks like the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. It doesn't even have like the fur or like the
feather. It's even worse than them because it looks like the old 60s dinosaurs where they're dragging their tails.
And they're like eating like other animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with what was going on.
Yeah, it's very not helpful for your actual situation because the real dinosaurs in your neighborhood look nothing like the things in the book.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. So anyway, like I said, highly recommended. Go check it out. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more like this in the future. We're going to try to come back to doing these things again. We've been away for a while. We haven't been away. We just haven't been doing it.
Yeah.
So if you like these kind of discussion level reviews, our usual completely unprofessional rambling reviews, check us out. We're going to try to do some more variety content in the future. So if you like that, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more like this in the future. And you too could feel the strength welling within. See ya.